Hello and welcome to Demon Interviews episode 165. I'm your host, as always, Springy. Shockingly, I know. And joining us today is a very special guest.
Hello everyone, my name is Jen. I'm also known as Jen Cosplay 45 on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And I'm also the director of Cosplay Time.
Woo! So, people may know you from the constant, if they haven't come from your side of the world of the internet, but that only stayed on ours, they might know you from, your other interview or the character interviews you did, the one mainly as of this recording, only one technically that came out. We have like plans for six more, but for Coco Adele for our coffee episode, and for helping us with a Demon Media Ruby Volume 4 and 5, which again I do highly appreciate. So welcome back to the show.
Happy to be back.
Um, this time, technically, we're interviewing you again, and also your newest project that you're trying to get off the ground. Would you like to kind of talk about what it is and how people can join it, since that is an option for people?
Yes, so Cosplay Time is a newish creation. It started last summer in 2021, where I kind of wanted to create this cosplay community where cosplayers, either beginner, intermediate, experienced, they come and they join like a Discord server, and we kind of talk about different things. And not only that, the original goal was to do live streams on Instagram because I've done live streaming on Instagram with interviews as well as like YouTube and everything. But then one member proposed that we do like a podcast series where each cosplay episode will be about like a different theme, whether it's about like a video game or a fandom, whether it's about being in the cosplay community, like different cosplay help, stuff like that. So cosplayers get to come, share their experience, their thoughts and ideas with anybody out there in the world.
Awesome. And sorry, I muted myself because my heater is going on, so I didn't want that to be interrupting you or any other background noises, which I don't think there's any, but microphones like to pick up traffic from 8 miles away. So, um, my brain just farted horribly, but um, Coffee Tea Time. So people are able to join it, correct?
Yes.
Like people can DM you on the Instagram page, and if within the range of the rules, they're allowed to join. Is there? Are you able to kind of explain those rules a little bit before we kind of go into anything else about it?
That's a good point. Yes. So we do have a rule. In order to join Cosplay Tea Time, you need to be 18 years or older to join, just because we want to make sure people are safe, people feel comfortable. So once you become an adult, then you can come message our Instagram page, cosplay underscore T underscore time, and we'll be able to get you squared away. So, and not only that, is that a rule? We also have other rules within the podcast, which is just like different rules, such as like no swearing. I know here on Demon Interviews, you can kind of get away with saying, certain language. But with Cosplay Tea Time, during our first recording, which never really got posted because I felt really embarrassed by it, a few folks let out a couple curse words and I didn't feel comfortable with it. And I felt like if I was uncomfortable, maybe other folks out there who heard it would be as well. So I decided, pretend there's like a show called A Good Place or something where, instead of saying like a certain four-letter word, the actress says like fork or something. So, just kind of like substituting it out for that. We also have another rule where we try not to interrupt. Something that helped, and especially during our Christmas podcast recording, was we right before I hit the start record button, we kind of took like a minute or two and we're just like, all right, what if we like, I'm the one that asks the questions and then, person one goes, person two, person three, person four, yeah, yeah, yeah. so that way we're not like stumbling over one another trying to answer, trying to pick up on those little nonverbal cues of like, yeah, like, that's all I have to say, or well, that was it for me, who's next, or something like that. So we have those, and I'm trying to think of others. I know there's others. I didn't know there was going to be a pop quiz, so
Yeah, no worries about that at all. Because I know like we talked about that because you have been on character infuse before, as I did talk about, and we were all planning on more. So like we both kind of had experiences with having to be in a bigger group of people and having questions where that could be happening. So just for an example of how at least the Crypsis episode went, if you look at the character interviews and how like first person asked, like question was asked, and then person one, two, three, four. That's kind of an example, if you've seen those, of how that situation works. Um, Now to kind of talk to you as a cosplayer, because as shocking that your name is Jen.cosplay and you cosplay. I know it's shocking to all, but Uh, do you have any other new cosplays you have planned to do that you able to tell us about without me giving you a small fee of $5?
I do have cos plans for the year. One of them I'm actually going to be getting into later on this week, and that is my version of Grimpira from the character no, her real name's Piranika. She's from Ruby. However, I'm doing like an alternative universe where she becomes like a creature of Grimm. So I'm really excited to see how that turns out. A little nervous because it'll be my second time using body paint, but I'm gonna go for it.
Well, I know I'm excited because you sent pictures to me and to other groups you are a part of. Some hints and some ideas that you're passing around and such. But for the people out there, did you ever take any inspirations from the artworks that you've seen of Grimpira? Because there are a few of them for like a few different people.
Yeah, so I've seen a couple artworks, but I'm kind of doing my own take with her. So it's kind of more of a dark, ethereal type of feel. So I think I started planning like right before Halloween. So all of the Halloween like gothics accessories were on sale. So I got like a choker, which you can see on the spooky cosplay tea time episode as well, like a headdress, really fancy looking shirt. So yeah, it's kind of just going to be my own take for Grimpira.
Awesome. I know I'm really excited to see it because like you and me have plans because like I've done way too many TikToks as Grimjean and like we have plans of like duets and stuff like that. So I'm excited to see your stuff and also see what you do with those if you get into the feeling of doing TikTok videos as Grimpure is what I am meaning. Obviously not forcing you because I am like miles away. Or what's bigger than a mile? Like you know what I mean. But yeah, I am sincerely excited to see your Grimpira because I love seeing those types of things. I love seeing the like grim versions, venomized versions, zombie versions of stuff. I love seeing those type of like taking a character like who is literally like for Jean, for an example, who is literally a white knight turn bad almost. Like those types of things are interesting to see like how different people do them, if that makes sense. Um, Next up, speaking of TikTok, why did you start using it in the first place? I know we kind of talked about this last time, but I wanted to kind of re put that point out there.
Yes, so I believe I joined in early January 2020, so like right before the pandemic hit. I was mostly using it to follow like YouTube content creators. So like, Two Set Violin, Lindsay Sterling, Lauren Z Side, I was following them. And then right around that time, that's when I started cosplaying. I started as a closet cosplayer, still am to this day. But I was like picking out different like pieces of clothes and stuff, and I was like, oh, like this would be good for this character. I could use this for that character and whatnot. So I was starting to like experiment with cosplay. And as I'm scrolling through TikTok, I see a bunch of Ruby cosplayers, and they have the audios and everything, and I'm like, I don't know if I'll be good enough to do that as like, because I really wanted to do Nora Valkyrie, and I was just like, well, I'll try. And then from there, March 2020, when I did my first posting with my TikToks and stuff, I started meeting more Ruby fans, and now they're friends. So
Awesome. Awesome. I can completely relate because I started TikTok because I saw a lot of people at the time, not the current trend of people liking Five Nights at Freddy's, back when Sister Location first came out. I know that was a long time ago. I get it. I am older than you. I'm sorry. Sorry, I work with kids, and that's where my brain went. Anywho, but yeah, I follow people who I saw cosplayed, people from that game back in Sister Location, not the ones from right now, which they're amazing. Don't get me wrong, I love the game. I love the people who are cosplaying them now. Some of them I even know. Some of them we have plans for. Anywho, but I but yeah, I really love. That's why I joined because I was working on a full-on plush spring trap. I had marionette, as you can actually see the masks right now. This is a rare view of the back of my room where you can actually see all the masks.
very nice.
Exactly. But yeah. So to carry on. Um. Um. So as you said, these are recordings that you post on YouTube, correct?
Mhm. Yes.
Instead of Instagram, but you guys still do have an Instagram page, as we did kind of talk about. Like that's where you do post about like when they come out, when you have the recordings planned to come out, or like when you plan to record them. But what do you do during these recordings for the people out there in the world?
For anyone who's interested in joining, just feel free to message us on our Instagram. Usually it's me that will respond. I'll invite you to our little Discord server with Cosplay Tea Time. And then what will happen is before you become a guest, you need to do like a tech test checkup. I will say it one of these days, right? I promise you. But you'll do like a little test checkup with our one editor, Bella. They'll get you squared away, make sure like audio's good, quality, video quality is good. And then after that, you'll become a guest. And then from there, so say you want to plan to come to our next recording is for Valentine's Day. So you want to come to Valentine's Day. So the day of, get ready, get in your cosplay, get excited, make some tea, or your favorite beverage. Doesn't have to be tea. I personally love tea. Coffee more so, but anyway. So you come, you bring your stuff. We normally do the call in Discord. I know for a while we were using Google Hangouts, and what I didn't realize was with Google Hangouts, you can only be in the little chat room for like 45, 50 minutes, and it just wasn't enough time. So we have a little special voice chat room where everybody goes for the recording. We'll get all squared away, like, hey, you got everything, mic's good, all this stuff. We'll normally do like, all right, so like, Jen's gonna ask a question. Person one goes, person two goes, person three goes, yada yada. I hit the start record button. And, we'll go and hit that. So, and then during the recording, what happens is with the format, I'll start with an introduction. I'll be like, hello, and welcome back to Cosplay Tea Time. I'm Jen, and, you can find me here on social media and whatnot. So, this is definitely the time to self promo. You definitely do encourage that. So, just be like, this is me. So, I'll go around, everybody introduces themselves. And then once that's taken care of, we do some icebreaker questions where I'll ask, things like, how long have you been cosplaying for? What's your favorite cosplay? What was your first cosplay? Just so that we get a little bit more comfortable with one another. You can, get to see and hear what others have experienced. So once those icebreaker questions are done, I do like a little spiel in between. One of these days, I'm going to try to do it without looking at the paper so much. So wish me luck on that. So I'll do like my little spiel, like, hey, do you want to come join our community? Get to be on our podcast. Just message our Instagram page. Once that's done, we move into the fun stuff, which is the theme or what the episode's geared around. It could be like, cosplay help, like sewing, mental health. It could be themes like Animal Crossing. It could be like we're gonna do like color themes, like blue, green, and black. So then we do like a bunch of questions and whatnot, and then after that we end the recording.
Awesome, awesome. I for the people who have already gone through the tech check. This is kind of like an example for people who went through it already. Like some people who do watch us are also on the program and have already gone through everything. But also some people who might be concerned that like, do you have to tech check for before every single recording you're a part of, or is it only one and done?
One and done.
Okay.
Unless you get some fancy new computer or something, then usually just one and done.
Okay. That's what I thought, but like I also had that thought in my head. I'm like, do I have to schedule with Bella every single time? Because I'm
Never
like,
too
I don't know
many.
if I have that much time in my life.
Oh, you're gonna.
Oh thank God. Uh, but to continue on, uh, we already did that question. Okay, but um, have you ever, for you as a cosplayer or for the show Cosplay Tea Time, have you ever attended either online or in-person cons or panels or anything like that?
Yes, I think I'm still in the same boat where I haven't been to a physical convention yet. I was planning on going to KatsuCon, in February, but decided against it because I want to look after my health because personal life. I have this whole exam I gotta study and prepare for, and it's a pain to reschedule that. So,
Hmm.
but I haven't been to a physical con. I have been to an online convention known as GalaxyCon Live, mostly just to watch the Ruby voice actors and actresses. They come and do a Q&A for 45 50 minutes. It's always a good time. And then, you have the option to do like a one-on-one video chat with, any of the voice actors or actresses. So, and about a year ago, it was just about a year ago, I met with Samantha Ireland. She's the voice actress for Nora Valkyrie. And for those 3 minutes, all we did was fangirl about Nora. What would Nora look with like longer hair? We talked about my cosplaying. So that was a really special and fun time for me. And then with Cosplay Tea Time, we actually did another live. Well, we've only done the one live now that I think about it. Like live con. It's called Comfy Cozy Con, and that was back in early December 2021, where we basically try to advocate, try to reach out to people like, hey, this is our little cosplay community. If you want to join, come join us. So I was feeling pretty anxious about it. I don't know about anybody else that joined. I was really grateful that they all joined and I didn't have to do it solo, but it was just the people there at Comfy Cozy Con, from the tech people to the people in charge, just to like anybody in that chat. They were just so supportive and so welcoming, and it just like it really helped settle my nerves. And once we were done, I just felt like so much relief off of me, and I just felt like so happy in that moment. And then later on that night, I was like trying to like scroll through the Instagram page, like ready for all these messages, like, hey, I want to join, like I saw you, like this is great and awesome, like how can I join and stuff. And I think I only got one message, and we got 2 YouTube subscribers. But I was like, you know what? That's fine. It's a start. It's something. And I was like
Hmm.
really, really grateful for that. You know, that those people could join and support us. So
Yeah, exactly. At least something, and you got some people to at least see your stuff, which is always good. Plus, we did see that like they do sometimes have recordings up on their Twitch channel of the uh interviews and stuff, so that would make sense as well. Uh or well, the panels is what I mean. Sorry. So there's some of the panel interviews up on the Comfy Cozy Con channel of Twitch, and all that fun stuff. So it could continue on. Pow. But yeah. Um. So we kind of lightly talked about it, but the Cosplay Tea Time episodes, they are each themed around a certain thing, like around holidays, different colors, characters and even different sources of media, right? That's one of the main ones.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, what is one of the themes that you most enjoyed doing so far? I know there's only been a few, but and then what is one of the themes that you're most looking forward to?
Uh, Let's see. So far we have posted, as of this recording, spooky one, a Christmas one, and a Ruby one. And I think I enjoyed the Christmas one because we had more people join, so I made it a little bit more engaging. Sorry, Springy, I know. The other two were good too, but that one was like so much fun, and it was fun hearing like people like share their memories and their thoughts. I got to sing Santa Baby, surprised we didn't get copyrighted during the whole thing, so just a little bit. But, that one was really fun. And I felt like towards the end of it, when we ended the recording and ended the call, I just felt like, all right, like that was really good. That was really strong. That's what I envisioned. And it gave me hope for, 2022 was going to be a good year for cosplay tea time. So definitely check that one out. That one's probably my favorite so far. The one I'm looking forward to the most, trying to think, maybe comfort character. Yeah, comfort cosplay. Or it could be comfort character. Could be both. You're like me. But anyway. So what happened about a week ago? We had a mandatory meeting where I sat through with everybody and I was just like, this is what it is. This is what we're doing. These are the upcoming themes. So uh, and surprisingly, comfort cosplay, which I didn't think was going to be the popular choice, I think like 7 or 8 people were like interested in joining that recording, like not including me. And I was just like, wow, this is awesome and fantastic and amazing. And I was like so hyped for it. And then I was like, I need to think of questions. Like, I don't know what to ask people other than like, why is it a comfort cosplay?
Mm.
So yesterday, Mars messaged me like a whole list of questions to ask that I'm totally going to use. And I was just like so appreciative. Like, I'm really, really hyped for that one. I'm hoping most of the people can join, but that's definitely something.
Yeah. I from experience, I know a lot of the time making the questions is the hardest part about doing anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I know from doing the character interviews, I have to make all the questions every single time.
Mm-hmm.
So I completely understand that struggle very much. So mainly with like, and it's amazing when since Mars sent you so many, that's always amazing when someone who either it might be a part of said interview or something along those lines helps out with the questions. That's always it makes the life just a wee bit easier.
So,
Oh man, and Mars is just an amazing human being as
yes,
well. Like
Mars.
Mars is also the no. Okay,
Mm.
sorry. My my computer wanted to update something and restart. I'm like, not right now,
Oh,
please. We
no.
don't need to go.
No.
Be a little bit behind the scenes. Springy's a little bit of an idiot and hit the wrong button. So this is the second time we're going through this.
Take two.
Take two.
Sounds good.
That's why it's so smooth. Um, but yeah, we're not going through it a third time. If we go through it a third time,
Mm.
we're picking a different day.
Uh,
I'm sorry.
oh, it's okay.
Um, but yeah, I my brain. Yeah, Mars is an amazing human being. They're the one who edits all of our character interviews and even the one creepy one we did. She's the amazing person who does all that. You can find her stuff at the end of all those videos. It says edited by. You can find all those at all those videos. I'll even put their name here because I cannot pronounce the username. It's something in Japanese. I don't know. I'm sorry, but I may be an advocate for Japanese things. I cannot pronounce it. I am sorry. Um, but to carry on, um, I'm surprised I forgot about this one last time. I'm happy we did it again. Well, um, so who from TikTok or Instagram or any other social media platform where you follow cosplayers would you like to do a collaboration with in real life? Do a photo shoot, do a TikTok video, or any other type of thing like that. Who, if you had to pick somebody, who would that be?
I'm so awkward and anxious in real life. Like, can't scroll through. Let me maybe I don't know how to pronounce their username. It's like Sharkadinus. Sharkadinus. I know their first, well, not their first name, but their name's Silver, and I
Mm,
work with them with like a couple other projects and whatnot. But they duetted me as like my Mitsuri. You know, they were Demon Slayer, and I think it'd be so much fun if we just hung out and Demon Slayer and watched Demon Slayer because they're awesome and so wholesome, and I love them so much. So shout out. So
def-
hopefully they tolerate me in real life because I'm very awkward and shy.
same. Um, so definitely go watch their interview. They're also a Roman for only one video so far. Planning on another one, but yeah. So go watch that. Should be fun. Well, it was fun for me. So yeah. So next up is going to be um. Is there any cons you're hoping to attend to in the future, in the safe future? You know, with all the stuff, with all the stars aligning in the sky.
Everything. Pandemic is no more.
Pretty much.
Like I think I mentioned before, I'm not going to be attending KatsuCon. That was going to be like my first major con ever. But I am hoping to go to a convention sometime in the spring of 2022. It's in my hometown. It's like the four-state Comic Con or something. But I'm hoping to go to that one for the weekend. And then I'm still debating, depending on how the stars align with work and all this stuff, depending on time and money. I want to go to RTX this year. However, I don't know if I'm going to be able to go. So, but I figured, it's okay if I don't go this year. I'm sure I'll still hype it up and whatnot. I'll still go in 2023. I almost forgot what year we're in. 2023. And by then, hopefully, here's another cause plan throwing out there. I'll be doing a version of Young Salem. So from the Volume 6 story of, and I think also the Grimm fairy tale that came out a couple months ago. So I'm going to be doing her dress all from scratch. I have no patterns. Gonna have to make my own. So hopefully I'll get it all sorted out by then. And yeah, maybe Young Salem will come to RTX 2023.
Awesome, awesome. I know I'm excited to see that cosplay as well.
Makes two of us.
Well, next up is going to be what are some of your goals for cosplay tea time, or hopes and dreams, and so on and so forth.
say the spiel in the middle of it all without looking at the paper. That would be an overall dream. I could just look at the screen and be like, "Here's how you can join," instead of like one of those little dipper bird things or whatever. But there's
Same.
that. I'm also hoping to reach 100 subscribers on YouTube and also 100 Instagram followers. Kind of gonna keep it small and attainable.
Mhm.
Um, we have that. I think when I wrote up all the recording days and scheduling, there's like 18 recordings. Springy's like, oh gosh, you don't have to attend every single one of them, but so there's like 18, and that goes until like July. And I know in July and August, families are away on vacation, there's other things going on. So it's okay if we take a break, but then afterwards, hopefully do like at least 5 or 7 more. I know the spooky Halloween one was a big hit, so definitely gonna be doing that one again. But I think overall, like at least have 30 videos posted by the end of the year.
Awesome, awesome. Well, and you already talked about how you guys are on Instagram and on YouTube, and those will be um, in uh, addition to Jen's normal stuff. Those will obviously all be in the description below. All the cosplay tea time, YouTube and Instagram, all the both of the things will be in the description as well. There'll be the name of it, so you can easily just copy paste it, or just like look and flip screens back and forth if you want to do it that way if you're on your phone. Because I know that's how I do it sometimes. Um, then you can definitely go and follow Cosplay Tea Time on all the social media websites. Um, so now I think that's all the questions on my little list to do. I'm looking through them. I think that's it. Okie dokie, artichoke. Well, next up is, do you have any questions for me as an individual or about the show in general?
If you don't mind, I know this is take two.
You're
Would you not
fine.
mind if I just explain like the inspiration behind
Oh,
cosplay tea times? That's a question I get asked pretty frequently. So
oh
before
yeah,
I
go
ask
ahead.
you my question, I'm gonna
Yeah, go ahead.
say say my little OG backstory here. So when I was like little, like maybe 8 or 9 years old, my grandmother, who I'm close with, she took me to her church, and they had like a tea party there. They had all kinds of different teas and teapots. They had fancy hats and snacks and sweets and stuff. And we would sit there and we'd eat and nibble and drink tea and stuff. So yeah, it was really fun to do that. They had like facts and trivia and all this stuff. So towards the end of the night, I had a really, really fun time doing that. And then within those couple years as well, sometimes when I would go to restaurants, I would order hot tea and it'd come in like that little metal teapot thing. And I thought it was so cool that you could just like pour out the hot water, choose a different tea bag each time. Like I thought it was just really entertaining to do. Pardon me. So then, oh my goodness, so sorry. So basically, what happened was, I joined the cosplay community. I decided I wanted to do a vintage Nora Valkyrie. So this is like a Nora Valkyrie AU, if you will. She was in the 50s or 60s and wanted to do like a tea time. So I'd been looking for a pink vintage dress because it's Nora, it has to be pink. So I went to a nearby thrift store and was searching through the racks and I found this little dress. And I was like, oh, this is so cute and it's got like this vintage vibe and I love it. So I took it off the rack. I go and I turn the corner, and there's this hat sitting like right there. And I was like, oh, if this isn't a sign. So I grab the hat, I grab the dress, I go to the counter, and I'm just like, I'll take these two items. So I brought them home. And then, of course, I already had gloves. I wear pearls because that's my birthstone, and then like the wig and everything. So and that was like towards like November 2020. So I think it was 2020. Yeah, 2020. I get my
Yep.
years mixed up. But anyway, so I did a Nora vintage look. People loved it. Really, really bought into it. So I was like, yeah, like this is great. So towards like middle of 2021, I kept getting this idea of branching out in the cosplay community. Sometimes I feel like we're all kind of sequestered in our homes, and it's like, oh, like we're all doing our own thing, and it's also too because of the pandemic and whatnot that's going on. So the whole gist of it is that cosplay tea time is with tea time you're coming together, you're taking a break in the middle of a day, and you're
Mm-hmm.
saying like hey, like we're going to catch up on this and that, we're going to talk about this and hobbies and interest and whatnot. And then so it's kind of like bringing people closer together, and not only that but to bring cosplay, like the whole dressing up aspect, because that's something that I enjoyed as a child and still enjoy to this day. And I was like, hey, like let's just bring in like a bunch of people or people that are interested, come join cosplay tea time, come make friends and meet some folks, come join recordings where you can share and promote and get hyped up about a certain fandom or a certain topic that's of interest to you. So that's kind of what started it all. And I was grateful to like two people that kind of joined me back in July as I'm like trying to figure out Discord, making my own server for the first time. Like I don't know what I'm doing, but we're doing it. So then I was like telling Springy about it. He's like, oh, like that's really cool. So I'm like, all right, you're getting in here. And then I'm like telling other people, you get in here, you get in here, and whatnot. So I'm not saying like you have to be on like Jen's like nice list or something to get in. It could be anybody that can join as long as you're over the age of 18. That's all we ask. Uh, but yes, so it's kind of, this place where, you can grow, even if you're experienced, share that knowledge, you might learn a couple new things yourself. So it's important to remain humble for sure. So with that being said, Springy, how about asking people towards the end of the show if they want to join cosplay tea time?
Well, I
Shit.
would love to do so. I can definitely add that. I can say from now on. Well, now with the final 5 questions, or maybe I'll just add it to the list. Maybe that can be your question for the future guest. Will you join Cosplay Tea Time?
Really should just be interested in the idea
Yeah.
of joining. Not like you have to join or you leave this call. Just be like, hey, just give it some thought. And if you're interested, then,
Mhm.
message Jen on Instagram. So,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, give you my blessing.
You are blessed. Good job. No, not the blessing. No. Okay. Anywho, that horrible joke aside. Um. Uh. With a lot of our future projects coming up in the future, would you ever like to return to the show?
No,
Never,
never, never.
never again.
Kidding. Of course, I want to
Just,
come back and
just,
join. We have too much going
just, just sick of me. Just kick me to the curb.
on. Oh, no.
You already found another Jean to just replace me. No, um, I'm kidding, of course. But next up is going to be who would you like to see on the show in the future?
I only have my answer this time. It's she's on Instagram and TikTok. It's that ginger cosplay. Oh, that ginger cosplay or that ginger saber. I just forgot the username. I had it in there. Oh no. I'll send you the link later
Yeah,
to her page, but she is fabulous. Another Demon Slayer cosplayer. She really puts the work into her cosplay. She does such an amazing job, and she's so wholesome and such a great person to talk with. So
awesome, awesome. We'll definitely send them an invite as soon as we can. We definitely need that because we have like we're very close to running out of back saves. Anywho, um, I would rather not panic about that type of thing. Not when I have time. Um, Last question is going to be: do you have any questions for a future guest?
I guess tea or coffee
Ooh, nice, nice,
be
nice.
a good one.
I agree. Well,
Thank you.
thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon. If you have any questions for our lovely guest, put it in the comment section below. If and don't forget to follow lovely guest on all the social media platforms, on her own social media platforms, on the Cosplay Tea Time social media platforms, on my social media platforms. What? And those will all be in the description below. And thank you so much, Jen, for being here today. I know I highly appreciate it.
Yes, and thank you, Springy, and Demon Interviews. I feel like this is a really good channel to like get to know like different cosplayers and just seeing like the variety and kind of helping keep that cosplay community alive, so to
Mm-hmm.
speak. So it's always fun joining and kind of scheming and planning. And whenever one of us gets an idea, we're like, oh no, not another one.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what happens a lot. We're like, oh god, not the eighth
No.
character interview. Uh, but yeah. So don't forget to check her out on all social media platforms, and at least I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.
Hey.